My name is Kelly Jefferson. I grew up with horses probably starting in the 6th grade, got my first horse. I had no idea. You know, I had a hackamore and a bareback pad, and off we went. I did body work for 10 years. I still do body work. But you're always asking more questions because you want to do more, do better. So I went down an anatomy rabbit hole. I looked at some other modalities, some that interested me, some that didn't. And you just kind of want more tools in your toolbox. When I'm in there in a stall doing body work, we're just kind of static. We're just in this box. The horses, they're not tied, but we can move, but it's just the box. And I felt like therapy, physical therapy, should be more in motion, or that there is probably benefit to working in motion. I did a different clinic, one that I've done before on the horse's neck, and I came to this particular facility where there was 2 other clinicians, and one of them was Greg Dial. I said, hey, I have an idea for a clinic, and I think you need to be the other clinician in it, because I'm going to bring the anatomy thing to it, and then he's got the groundwork piece of it.
Well, my name is Greg Dial, and I've been nominally a horse trainer for probably close to 40 years. One of the things that we try to do within our clinic, and that I have tried to do within the framework of my teaching, is get people to understand what a try looks like. At the end of the day, when you get home, if you have 15 minutes or 20 minutes, grab your horse, go down to the mailbox and get your mail. Spend the time with the horse, because it really is all about that time spent. And if we can help you mentally focus yourself on, this is a path that I can follow while I'm doing all of this. This is a path that I can follow that will benefit the connection, but will also benefit those smaller stabilizing muscles that stabilize the joints. Then you're going to have a horse that's tuned into you, which is really what we all want. We want the horse to tune into us. Well, be a little more random, be a little bit more interesting to the horse, and we don't talk about that because we don't think about, well, the horse needs to be interested in what it is that I'm doing. But Kelly and I have had discussions about this. How do we make this interesting, not just to the people, but what they're doing, make it interesting to the horse?
Both of the clinicians, I did some research on them, and I loved their philosophy and what they do.
The clinic was just, light bulbs were flashing like crazy. The foundation stuff I realized was missing. But through this clinic, they really emphasized, like, 15 minutes, that's not much time. But you can do a lot, and if you do it daily, you build. That's when that foundation really builds, is in those small little increments, and then you get longer, your horse gets stronger, you get stronger.
It's invaluable. You'd come away inspired. Having only 15 minutes, what can you do in that? And it was just like, gosh, this really sparks my interest, because often there isn't a whole hour or 2 hours to do things. And then it was using the environment around you, that you don't have to take them to the arena, the round pen. You can just use the tree trunk, the terrain, the walls, get them engaged, and specifically talking about their core muscles.
The combination of their skill sets and their knowledge bases, and the way they put that together, the fact that we got a workbook was great, because it's on my desk. I've referred to it many times.
I think it's essential to learn how to communicate in a way outside of the saddle that you can later translate and take it in the saddle with you. So groundwork, doing things on the ground that improve communication with your horse, I think it's just essential. And so I took away a lot from both of those clinics, and we're practicing and implementing it in everyday life, and we're enjoying it, I think. I think he is too.